What if I told you that anger doesn't explode out of nowhere like a volcano? That it's built, brick by brick, in the seconds before the eruption? Not because you're evil or broken, but because your mind is running an old survival program on new problems. Someone cuts you off, your heart spikes, your jaw locks, your vision tunnels, and suddenly you're saying or typing things you'll spend the next 24 hours trying to patch. We call it losing it, like your peace was a set of keys that just fell out of your pocket. The ancient Stoics didn't believe peace was something you lose. They believed it's something you wait and give away, usually to the first person who hits your pride. Anger is the tax you pay when you let other people decide what deserves your energy. Calm is the refund you claim when you take that power back. In this video, you'll learn 15 brutal, practical Stoic lessons that tame anger without turning you into a robot. This is not about suppression, it's about sovereignty. You will keep your fire, but you will choose where to aim it. Before we go deeper, anchor your intention with one small public act. Subscribe to the channel right now and hit like so this message outruns the noise. And talk to me in the comments while we move. Does this happen to you when someone provokes you? Do you know someone who did this and regretted it afterward? Tag this person. Share the exact moment you lose your cool, traffic, sarcasm, disrespect, delay, so we can hand you the right tool at the right time. Your comment isn't decoration, it's a line in the sand that says, "My peace is mine again." Here's the first shock. Anger is a sequence, not a lightning strike. It starts with a perception, blooms into a judgment, ignites an emotion, and ends in an action. The Stoics never attacked emotion directly. They went after the judgment that fuels it. "He disrespected me" becomes, "A man I don't control did what men sometimes do." The moment you change the sentence, you change the surge. That doesn't mean you tolerate abuse or accept injustice. It means you reclaim the only lever you ever had. What you think it means. The gap between what happens and what you tell yourself about what happens is the space where freedom lives. Most people let their reflex write the story. Stoics fire the reflex and hire reason. So here's lesson 1. Buy back the first 90 seconds. The nervous system needs roughly that long to ride the first wave of adrenaline. You can either surf it or spear it, but you can't pretend it isn't there. Exhale longer than you inhale. 4 in, 1 hold, 6 to 8 out, 5 cycles. Loosen your jaw, drop your shoulders, uncross your arms, look slightly up and expand your field of vision. These are not cute tricks. They are signals to a body that thinks a tiger is in the room. No tiger? Good. Tell the biology to stand down. When the biology stands down, the story loses fuel. Now you can choose a move that won't cost you tomorrow. Lesson 2. Name the fire without feeding it. Anger is present, not "I am angry." The first puts the emotion on a table where you can examine it. The second glues it to your identity. Say it quietly, out loud if you can. "I feel a surge. I'm interpreting this as disrespect." You'll be amazed what happens when you use words instead of war. Naming is not weakness. Naming is the beginning of command. Most explosions happen because we skip language and let the limbic system drive the car. You're going to drive. The limbic system can sit in the back and kick the seat if it needs to. Lesson 3. Never answer bait with biography. Anger loves backstory. People always treat me like, ever since I was a kid. Within seconds, you're not fighting about a parking space. You're fighting about your past. The Stoic answer is to cut the rope that ties now to then. Ask a small, clean question. What is the smallest useful action I can take in this moment? Sometimes it's a boundary in 1 sentence. Sometimes it's a delay. I'll reply at 3 p.m. Sometimes it's movement. A walk, 10 push-ups, 2 minutes of silence. Don't let your past colonize your present. The present is the only place you can build a future that doesn't repeat the past. Lesson 4. Never send heat. If your chest is hot, your words will burn. Institute a rule you can live by. No hot sends. Not texts, not emails, not voice notes. Draft, stand up, drink water, breathe. Read it once in the cold, then send or delete. Anger turns smart people into bad writers. Calm turns ordinary sentences into boundary lines that actually hold. The person who can wait 15 minutes owns the person who can't wait 15 seconds, not because of manipulation, but because clarity takes a little time to arrive. Give it room. Lesson 5. The view from above. Close your eyes for 10 seconds and imagine rising to the ceiling, the roof, the sky. See yourself small. See the other person small. See the city, the planet, the quiet of space. Your life is not a trivial speck. It's a precise, beautiful speck. The clash shrinks to its real size. Two primates with nervous systems and wounds, crossing paths for a minute on a rock. This is not detachment as escape, it's perspective as medicine. From up there, pride looks silly and composure looks like wealth. Return to earth with that currency in your pocket. Lesson 6. Premeditatio malorum. Practice the hit before the day hits you. Spend 60 seconds in the morning predicting where you'll get tested. Traffic, delays, passive-aggressive emails, kids melting down, a colleague who interrupts. Don't obsess, rehearse. Whisper your trigger lines now. I won't be rushed into a worse decision. I hear you. I'm not available for that tone. I'll come back with an answer at noon. No hot sends. When it happens, and it will, you'll be replaying a drill, not inventing a personality. Lesson 7. Adopt the Stoic lag. People who erupt live on a 0-second lag between trigger and action. You will build a sacred 2-minute lag. It's a rule. Violate it only if someone's safety is on the line. 2 minutes is boring, and that's the point. During the lag, you breathe, step away, write a 1-sentence boundary, or say, I'm going to think about this, and return it, Ryu. If someone tries to force a decision inside your lag, name the move. I don't decide under pressure, I'll reply at 3. A person with lag is a person with leverage. Leverage is not dominance. Leverage is self-respect manifested in time. Lesson 8. Separate disrespect from danger. Disrespect bruises pride. Danger harms life or livelihood. Treat danger fast and decisively. Remove yourself, escalate, call for help, document. Treat disrespect with dignity. 1 sentence, 1 consequence. We don't speak to each other that way. I'm ending this conversation. If this continues, I'll leave the meeting. I'm available when we can discuss solutions. Stoicism without boundaries is cowardice and ancient clothing. Stoicism with boundaries is quiet steel. Lesson 9. Cut the noise that primes you to snap. Too little sleep, too much caffeine, endless notifications, doom scrolling at midnight. These turn your fuse into dust. People think they have anger issues. Often they have input issues. Subtract the late-night glow, kill most notifications, dim the lights an hour before bed, end showers cool, put the phone to sleep outside the bedroom, walk after meals. Your biology will stop screaming. When biology is calm, insults have to work harder to get in. Lesson 10. Reframe rudeness as data. This person is showing me their limits, not your worth, not your destiny, their limits. Someone who cuts you off is showing you how they drive. A troll is showing you where they live, inside a need for you to react. Your job is not to fix them with a speech. Your job is to steer around the car, mute the account, and keep your promise to yourself. Anger loves a villain. Wisdom loves information. Pause here and make it real. Subscribe and hit like so this message shows up the next time your pride tries to spend your peace. And answer in the comments now. Does this happen to you in traffic, on WhatsApp, at work? Do you know someone who keeps losing their cool? Tag them and write which lesson you'll practice today. No hot sends, 2-minute lag, view from above. Public words become rails when your temper tries to jump the track. Lesson 11. 1-sentence boundaries beat 10-sentence biographies. When you write a paragraph defending your limits, you invite a debate. When you speak 1 sentence, you invite reality. Practice in the mirror until your mouth trusts you. I don't accept that tone. That doesn't work for me. We'll continue when we're both calm. I'm ending the call now. You do not need to explain your childhood to justify a boundary. The boundary is justified by the fact that you are a human being. Period. Anger often grows out of boundary avoidance. Clear lines are cheaper than late explosions. Lesson 12. Move the body before you move your mouth. Anger is kinetic. It needs somewhere to go. Walk for 5 minutes. Do 10 slow squats. Squeeze a towel. Splash cold water on your face. The body metabolizes the chemical surge and frees your mouth to say something useful. If you try to out-argue adrenaline with philosophy alone, adrenaline wins. Use the plumbing God gave you. Then use the philosophy to choose the next sentence. Lesson 13. Use the steel man instead of the straw man. Before you respond, state the strongest version of the other side's point, even if you disagree. If I understand you, you're saying, this does not concede the argument, it buys you civility. People drop their weapons when they feel seen, and if they don't, you still prove to yourself that you can remain precise under heat. Precision is a superpower in rooms where everyone else is performing. Lesson 14. Never confuse forgiveness with access. Forgiveness is about your internal state. Access is about their external behavior. You can let someone go in your heart so you don't carry poison, while also letting them go from your calendar so they can't keep pouring it. Anger often lingers because we keep standing in the doorway where the insults fly. Step aside, close the door, wish them well, keep your peace. Lesson 15. Build a reputation with yourself. People who can't control their temper often have thin proof that they can keep small promises under pressure. You will change that math. Each day, keep 3 promises. No hot sends, 2-minute lag, 1-sentence boundary when needed. Log them at night, kept or missed. You are not searching for perfect. You are building evidence. Evidence becomes identity. Identity makes the next decision faster. Faster decisions with better quality mean fewer messes that require cleanup. Fewer messes mean less anger. You didn't become calm by accident. You became calm by receipts. Let's walk through hot scenarios and fit the tools in your hands so you don't freeze when the test arrives. Your partner speaks sharply. Old pattern. Match volume, trade biographies, sleep back-to-back. New pattern. View from above, name without blame. I want to understand. I'm going to take 2 minutes and come back. Walk, water, exhale. Return with 1 sentence about impact and 1 request about the future. When voices rise, I shut down. Let's try again slower. If the heat returns, boundary. I care about this and I'm ending the conversation now. Let's set a time after dinner. This isn't stonewalling. It's adult pacing. You didn't avoid the conflict. You built a room where resolution can breathe. At work, a colleague interrupts you publicly. Old pattern. Interrupt back, stew. Rehearse a resignation fantasy in the shower. New pattern. Steelman and boundary. I get that you're trying to move us forward. When I'm cut off, we miss info. I'd like to finish, then I'll pass you the floor. If it continues, escalate privately with calm specifics. What happened? Why it matters? What will happen next time? When I'm cut off, the team misses X. If it happens again, I'll end my part and take the conversation async. Calm consequences teach faster than hot speeches. Online, someone throws a grenade at your post. Old pattern, reply, refresh, decay. New pattern, control check. Is there useful feedback? Save for version 2. Is it a drive-by? Mute, block, or leave it. Your attention is a currency. Don't tip hecklers because your ego wants a snack. The loudest person in a room isn't the strongest. It's often the loneliest. Let them perform for someone else. Traffic. Old pattern. Pound the wheel. Compose a thesis on how nobody should drive. New pattern. Premeditated drill. You knew this was coming. This is patience practice. You breathe, roll your shoulders, count license plates, call your grandmother, put on an audiobook, or sit in clean silence like a person who practiced being unbothered on purpose. The road doesn't care about your anger. The road does reward your composure with fewer stupid choices. Family. A relative pokes the bruise they've known for years. Old pattern, collapse or explode. New pattern, lag in line. I'm not discussing that. Repeat once. If they persist, consequence. If you continue, I'll leave. Then, if they continue, leave. Don't perform your boundary, keep it. Do it once and the room learns faster than it can argue. You are not being cruel. You are refusing to rent your nervous system to people who don't pay and respect. Let's clarify something people get wrong about Stoicism. It does not delete feeling. It deletes false ownership. You don't own other people's choices. You don't own the weather. You don't own delays, troll accounts, or cosmic traffic. You own your standards, your sentences, your schedule, your step. When you pick up what isn't yours, anger is the weight you feel in your lower back. When you put it down, energy returns to your hands. That energy builds lives and families and bodies of work. Why spend it performing rage for strangers? Mid-video checkpoint. Breathe with me and turn resolve into action. Subscribe now and hit like so this kind of clarity outcompetes the outrage economy. And write in the comments now, not later. Does this happen to you? Which trigger hits you the hardest? Do you know someone who needs this video? Tag them. And choose a public commitment, 2-minute lag, no hot sends, 1-sentence boundary. Public words are tiny oaths. Tiny oaths build new reflexes. Now let's weld these lessons into a daily sequence you can run without thinking. Morning, 1-minute premeditatio malorum, name 2 likely tests. Write the sentence you'll use and choose the time you'll not me check messages. Midday, movement after lunch, even if it's 5 minutes, and 1 check-in question. What can I control right now? Afternoon, assume 1 dumb surprise. Breathe, lag, send a calm sentence. Evening, ledger. Where did I keep my lag? Where did I break it? What will I do next time? Stage tomorrow's first boundary line on a sticky note so you don't improvise under heat. Phone sleeps outside. Lights go down. Shower ends cool. You are not doing a routine. You are building a nervous system that doesn't get hijacked by every gust of wind. What about righteous anger? When something truly wrong happens. Stoicism doesn't ask you to smile at injustice. It asks you to channel the heat into useful action. Document, organize, vote, donate, build, protect. Hot rage burns fast and leaves ash. Cold courage builds shelters, policies, teams, art, law, and culture. Let your anger be the spark. Let your discipline be the engine. When you want to scream, ask, what would change this by 1 degree? Then take the smallest step and invite others into a movement that lasts longer than a comment thread. A word on relapse because you will snap again. You'll hit send hot. You'll say the line too loud. You'll let pride borrow your mouth and return it dented. The Stoic repair is short and clean. Own, atone, adjust, advance. Own the miss in 1 sentence. No biography, no weather report. I spoke in heat. That was wrong. Atonement is the action that repairs what can be repaired. Adjust 1 rule or environment element. Advance by doing 1 right thing before the day ends, so your identity doesn't spend the night bleeding. Shame adds noise. Repair restores signal. You are not perfecting yourself. You are practicing being yourself under pressure. Practice sometimes wobbles. Good. Keep practicing. You'll be tempted to perform your calm so people clap. Don't. Performers are fragile. Practitioners are free. True composure often goes unnoticed because nothing blew up. That's fine. Your partner sleeps easier. Your kids learn by watching. Your team stops bracing every time you enter the room. Your body stops guessing if it's wartime. Results are their own applause. Think of someone who borrowed your piece last week and never paid it back. Picture the moment. Feel the old surge trying to rise. Now picture yourself with lag. Picture the sentence instead of the speech. Picture the walk instead of the war. Picture the silence where you don't perform for a stranger on the internet. See how small they look next to a person who has decided to be unbothered on purpose. That's not arrogance. That's stewardship. You steward your attention the way an adult stewards money and time. If you tip every insult you meet, of course you end up broke by dinner. If this is landing, if your shoulders are lower and your breath is deeper, subscribe and hit like so. This message beats the algorithm designed to monetize your rage. And leave a trail in the comments. Does this happen to you? Where? Traffic? Work? Family? Do you know someone who needs this control right now? Tag them. Also, write the sentence you'll use today when the trigger arrives. I'll reply at 3. That doesn't work for me. I'm ending this call now. then do it when it counts. Calm must leave the screen and enter your mouth, your hands, your calendar. We'll close with a creed you can carry in your pocket. Say it quietly when the room gets loud. I do not hand my peace to strangers. I let biology surge and then I breathe it down. I delay heat and choose clarity. I speak one sentence where I used to write an essay. I love fate by loving the next useful action. I train my body so my mind has a strong house. I forgive to stay light and withdraw access to stay safe. I send nothing hot. I keep a 2-minute lag. I practice the view from above. I'm not a robot. I am a steward. I am not unfeeling. I am unshakable. I am not above anyone. I am above my old reflex. And when I fail, I repair quickly and begin again. Anger will still knock. Let it knock. You'll be busy building. And the more you build, the quieter the knocking becomes. Not because the world grew kinder, but because you grew stronger and chose not to answer every door. If this helped you even 1%, subscribe and like, so more people learn to keep their peace in a world that profits from its loss. And lastly, write in the comments now. Does this happen to you? Do you know someone who did this? Leave your public commitment, no hot sends, 2-minute lag, 1-sentence boundary, close the app, keep your promise, walk into your next test like someone who has already decided how to behave.